Hey friends, I'm Brittany.
And I'm Lindsey.
And we're not your average mamas.
On this podcast, we're here to make you laugh, share our experiences, and provide helpful tidbits that will make your parenting journey just a little bit easier.
So grab your favorite drink, sit back and relax, and let us join you in your multitasking.
Not your average mamas.
A podcast showing you that parenting is anything but ordinary.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
It's gotta be it.
Hello. These little pigtail things are a little bit in the way.
Yank them out.
That would hurt. They're double wrapped. Extra protection.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I left out a chunk of hair, so I had to add it in.
Okay.
So there's two little tiny hair binders.
That's lovely.
That's going to hurt like a bitch to take out. Of course, these are what I use on my girls, too. So
Yeah, Kian had pigtails when he went to school, and the teachers must have put him back in because I only do it twice. So they fall out kind of easily, but he hates like when his hair gets pulled a little bit. He's just like, ow! And I'm like, okay, dramatic. I literally took a cuticle clipper and clipped it out of his hair because
another trick is a flat iron or a curling iron and just tap
burn it.
And just melts in 1 second.
I saw somebody do that with a lighter, and I was like,
better not.
Better not put a lighter by your hair, love.
I think I like the smell of burnt hair in the morning. You ever notice how some British people do use the F sound instead of TH? I think I'd like to do that.
No, I don't really talk to much British people, but
racist.
I did draw blood from somebody that was from Dublin, and she talked she had a thickish accent. She has been here for 20 years, but I was like, tell me more about your life.
St. Patrick's Day is coming up. Are you so excited?
She was actually going back to Dublin, so I'm wondering if she's going
moving back.
No, she's just going there to visit family.
Oh, that's cool.
She's fun. Anyways, welcome to episode 18. I don't know. We're gonna have to stop saying.
We can't count them anymore.
No.
Welcome to
we lost
the later teen episodes.
Just like I told my old doctor, or no, how do I say this? So when I was doing retrievals for eggs, we would always tell our doctor we couldn't count above 12. Don't retrieve more than 12 eggs. Thank you.
That's fine. Why would you ever need to? Clocks only go up till 12.
Right?
A dozen eggs.
Yeah. I can only count till 12.
There you go. It serves you in some ways in life.
Yeah. Well, I still can't count above 12. So welcome to Not Your Average Mamas, whatever episode this is.
Yeah. Last time we recorded, we were kept saying Sweet 16, episode 16. It was the first time we've actually said it we said it 8 times what episode number it was. And we were
pooped
wrong.
myself. I pooped myself for the wrong number. But
wow, what
a waste of underwear. No, I did edit when I was editing the podcast. I was like, this is actually episode 17. We have no fucking idea what we're talking about.
Good. Jesse just tried to moon us through the glass doors.
I'm so glad I didn't see that.
Luckily, Judah interrupted him. Now he's just being sketchy around the corner.
Gosh. Is he going to flash you next?
There's some things that you just shouldn't see pressed against a glass door.
Penis is one of them.
And one of the few things.
And a butthole.
There's a few things that can be pressed against a glass door.
My butthole. I don't know. Your nose. That's always classic.
Classic. I'm picturing
picturing the cheek spread and the butthole.
My face. I was picturing
I thought you were being the butthole. I thought you were
I'm not picturing your butthole detail.
These are the butt cheeks and this is the butthole, and you're just hey, how are you?
I'm picturing it. Stop it. I need to get Rhea back here with the Lysol bottle. Spray my eyeballs.
Rhea literally sprayed you with Lysol on me with Windex.
She just We were sitting in the hallway waiting for them to.
It was like watching a reality TV show of two drunk people.
Two drunk mini adults. They were like brushing their teeth, and then Rhea was like, "Let me brush your teeth, kid." And he's like, "No, I do it." And she's like, "Okay." And she gives him his toothbrush, but then a huge glob of toothpaste lands on the door, and she's like, "Oh no, I got it." Grabs the Lysol and starts just spraying this glob of toothpaste until it slowly
It's just like running down the door.
Just drips down it's like pure liquid. And then she looks at me and just like sprays me directly in the face with Lysol. I was like, "What are you doing?"
And then she attacked us.
Luckily, it only happened 3 to 4 times where it got me in the face. But we
like I said,
them
the
down.
only reason I got that Windex bottle out of her hand is because it was so slippery.
But they did get the toothpaste off the door.
They did, and now it's on the floor.
But that's what I need, like, for my eyeballs, because I don't want to picture that detailed of a butt. That was the segue.
Yeah.
Speaking of assholes.
Do you have your phone?
Yeah, but I'm going to take a phone call quick. Hi, Grandma.
You haven't talked to your grandma.
Wow. Way to bring that up. You know what?
I talked to my grandma. She even listens to our podcast. Shout out, Sharon. Love you.
Hi, Sharon. Hi, Lucy and Jeanette, my grandmas, who will never listen to this. They won't listen to it.
They would probably have a heart attack.
Yeah, I don't talk to my grandmas. It's a long story. I went no contact. My grandmas.
Is that because they're in heaven?
No, they're alive. Once they died, I went no contact. Against my will.
I thought you were being funny.
How do you not know Jordan's grandmas are still alive?
Okay, I knew one
we
was.
have the same grandmas.
I knew one was. And I don't know. You were trying to be funny.
They were in no contact when they died. Because they're in heaven. Okay. That is so funny. I also didn't actually go no contact with my grandmas. It's just, I just don't see them. Like, it's not that I don't.
I accidentally went no contact.
Yeah. But just like, it's a long story, you guys. I don't need to get into it today.
You keep telling us it's a long story about your family. And guess what?
Do I keep saying that?
Yeah, and the last one you did too.
That's the only reason I don't go to therapy. It'd be way too long of a story.
I'd be paying them $1 million.
Just to get to today, to the present day. I'm gonna be like 15 years in the future, age 45-ish, and be like, okay, can we finally get to my 30s? Like, it's too long. Anyway, get therapy if you want, but
I highly recommend it. I've gotten hella therapy.
Good for you.
And I'm still not fixed.
I recommend you getting it, but it won't work. Just kidding. Okay. I don't even know where to go with that. It is a long story. If I did an entire episode on my personal trauma, you guys would all need therapy.
I'm listening. Okay, and
I'm just kidding. I have not had a bad life. Hey, no comments from the peanut gallery.
No comment to the actual person that knows about your life. Shut up.
No, she doesn't know. She doesn't even know I have 2 grandmas, so
that are alive. I only have 1 grandma. I only met 1.
Oh, well, I haven't seen my grandma Jeanette since I was 12, okay? So, are we really going to get heavy right now?
Yeah. No. Okay, I just wanted to preface that this episode is a little bit different than our other episodes.
Loosey-goosey
We're
right
going
now.
loosey-goosey. We're going, like, chit-chatty. So if you came here for structure, you can leave.
You can just kindly
see you in the next episode.
Kindly keep it playing, though, so we get the plays. But just you can walk away.
You can
see you later.
Bye. Yeah, we had something on our heart that we just want to chit chat about. We'll like follow some sort of structure because we are going to do the asshole. Speaking of assholes. So it says, am I the asshole for refusing to celebrate St. Patrick's Day? Which I have not read this because I just looked it up 5 minutes ago. Well, we've been recording for 10 minutes, 15 minutes ago. So let me just die. We went no contact. Me and
just
Lindsay
died.
are no contact. No.
That was, she just said me and Lindsay, but that was her own voice.
Me and Brittany. What? Me? No, I was.
You're Lindsay.
I know, and you
are Brittany.
I was talking for
Brittany,
you.
Bitch. Oh.
Do you want me to talk? Shut up.
Sorry.
I'm gonna fight a bitch today.
Oh, I'd like to see you try.
I'm sure a lot of people would.
Yeah, that's our other site.
OnlyFans.
We have to do that after. It's been a long day, but here we are about to have to mud wrestle on our OnlyFans live tonight on TikTok.
But the outside, it makes for great mud this time of year.
That's true. Okay, I forgot what we were
talking about mud wrestling.
I thought you were trying to bring it back around to what happened today at the party.
Oh gosh, that will be our next section.
Yeah, yes. Okay, that's why I was like, that's a leap. Okay.
That is trauma. You know, it is a full moon today. Oh, I think that's why.
Well, gosh,
it's
that
been
makes
wild.
So much sense.
Yeah.
Here I just thought it was a regular ass day. When a full ass moon has been happening to me.
Yeah.
All right.
The entire day.
Wow.
Anyways. So, am I the asshole for refusing to celebrate St. Patrick's Day? A little background. We love it. That's all it says. No, I said we love it. Okay. Little background. My parents met when my dad returned to his parents' hometown in Ireland. Ireland! St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. That is
Dublin.
There's no D.
I've been saying Dublin my whole life. God damn it.
Did you say to the lady you were drawing her blood?
No.
You're like, I love Dublin. She's like, yeah.
What?
Okay.
Fucking Americans. Just kidding.
Uncultured swine.
You literally can't say anything right, okay? Anyways, my mom came to America 6 months before my twin and I were born. I have been to Ireland many times to meet my relatives, but I'm fully American. Cool. My parents passed and my step family, so she went no contact.
Did she? How is that?
I'm not reading those words. Her mom passed away, so she went no contact with her mom.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Did you pee yourself? Oh no. Okay. Bye. Oh, okay. Well, what secret thing should I whisper to Lindsay while she's cleaning herself up? Oh, beautiful, spacious sky, amber waves of rain.
Not enough to change the underwear situation.
Right. Should we start at the top?
Yeah, probably. Can I have your face?
You can't have my face.
I want your face.
Well, that's just too damn bad.
I'm sick and tired of this, Grandpa.
Well, that's just too damn bad.
Okay, we're gonna start from the way top because what the hell is happening? Okay, am I the asshole for refusing to celebrate St. Patrick's Day? Little background. My parents met when my dad returned to his parents' hometown in Ireland to meet his Irish relatives. My mom came to America 6 months before my twins and I were born. I have been to Ireland many times to meet my relatives, but I'm fully American. My mom passed away and my step family have Irish heritage, but after 7 or 8 generations of Americans, everyone, including my twin, celebrate St. Patrick's Day the American way. Wear green, drink stupidly, etc. I have always refused, mostly become my nan.
Because...
God, people. Mostly because my nan hated the way that Americans celebrated this day. The past 9 years, my husband, who is Scottish, has celebrated with my family without me and our children. Our oldest daughter, twins, are the age they can choose. They choose my way, and my family is calling me an asshole for stealing the joy from life. That's extreme.
That's pretty dramatic.
Jeez. What?
It's kind of crazy that she's a twin and she has twins.
That's not crazy, actually.
It usually skips a generation, is what I've heard.
No, having twins are genetic, though.
Yeah, like fraternal twins. Right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
I personally feel we have the right to choose. My daughter has never worn green to school on March 17th. God forbid.
Wow.
Never be to, on March 17th, never be to or in a parade.
Never been to.
Oh my gosh. Never been to a parade. They don't color shamrocks or set traps for leprechauns by choice. If it was important to my husband that my kids do these things, we wouldn't be married, but apparently it is important to my sister and stepfamily because it's our heritage. I feel like I have Irish relations, but we are American. This is so hard to read. The grammar is so bad. Okay. I have drama coming from all sides in this. Side note, my sister's stepsister's kids go to my sister's stepsister's kids.
I think she means like sister-in-law or something.
Okay. Go to the same school as my girls, and my kids have been told oh my gosh. My sisters and my stepsister's kids go to the same school as my girls and kids. Oh, her stepsister and her sister, all their kids go to the same school. And kids, I've been told other kids will tease my girls for not participating in March 17th shenanigans, but that my girls stand up for themselves. Edit. I have a third. Actually, I have 6 total, but 3 are babies. Who is crazy? Go nuts for St. Patrick's Day. Don't love her any less. What? Makes literally no sense.
She is all over the place.
This was chaotic. I'm sorry. Well, matches the vibe today.
Honestly.
I don't think she's the asshole.
Okay, first of all, to be like, you've been here for 7 or 8 generations and you're like celebrating your heritage is a little dramatic, I would say.
And I feel like if you don't want to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, then freaking don't.
And I also think it's super weird that she's like, my husband doesn't celebrate it and we wouldn't be married if he did. Like, okay, it's literally people just drinking and wearing green. And I don't even think everybody even drinks. I think people just wear green and it's just like a cute little like, oh, leprechaun, whatever. Yeah. I don't feel like it's like disrespectful to the culture. It's kind of like a whimsical, kind of funny holiday, I think.
Yeah, I don't really know much about it in the homelands.
I don't either, but
I know
I think American it's kind of weird if she said they've been here for 7 or 8 generations and she's like acting super offended.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't she say like it's been 7 or 8 generations since they've even been from Ireland?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dramatic. I wouldn't say you're an asshole. I'd say you're kind of weird to care so much a little bit. I guess unless it's like a cultural
I feel like it's a cultural thing in her family shaming her and it's just like, okay, well, there's bigger things in life, you know? Bigger fish to fry. Get over it.
Yeah,
build
I feel like
a bridge.
You're putting a little bit too much of your heart and soul into like boycotting March 17th.
Is there like a big significance in Ireland that she's like? Is she like basically flipping off their Jesus?
Let's find out.
Live. Let's find out live.
Well, we're finding out live. You guys will find out next week. Is St. Patty's Day disrespectful? Okay, I'm going to say that because
is not celebrating St. Patrick's Day disrespectful or like,
calling it St. Patty's Day is disrespectful. Whoops.
Fuck us.
Supposed to call it St. Pat's Day or St. Patrick's Day. Mm-hmm. Spiritual meaning.
Why is St. Patrick's Day so significant in Ireland?
Okay. Patrick demonstrates the meaning of the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit by showing the public that the shamrock is one leaf with 3 parts, just as Christians believe God is one entity with 3 persons.
It is like flicking off Jesus.
Wow.
I didn't know.
So many weird correlations here tonight. There's a legend that St. Patrick was responsible for banishing snakes from Ireland. I don't know what that had to do with. I don't even think I needed to read that, but the
random.
It's like this is the Holy Trinity. This is what they believe, and also he banished snakes.
So
legend has it,
like in depth, and then it was like, and then you want to top at. Dance like a leprechaun.
Oh, it says, what is superstitious about St. Patrick's Day?
Shit. This is fitting that this is being released in March, so.
According to fun folklore, you get pinched on St. Patrick's Day for not wearing green because green makes you invisible to leprechauns.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to fuck with them.
And they're mischievous creatures. According to legend, they like to pinch people.
Leprechauns they got a rep in the magical world. You don't want to fuck with them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm like deep into this. I feel like I need a minute. Why do Americans go crazy for St. Patrick's Day?
White girl go crazy. Americans go crazy.
Okay. At home in Ireland, St. Patrick's Day was a modest day of religious observance, culminating in a feast. However, in the face of their ill treatment, Irish Catholics in America decided to throw huge, proud parties on the 17th of March to celebrate their heritage and show pride for who they were. So
it is a FU.
There you go.
It all leads back to fucking.
All roads lead back to you know where. Hell for us. And anyone that celebrates St. Patrick's Day. So
speaking of hell, today was our own personal hell. Should we tell that story quick? Because I can't handle.
I can't get it out of my head either.
I can't handle what happened today. I came home. I'm a single mom this week because Jordan went down to Texas to visit his I just had a stroke.
You want me to call someone?
His brother. Wait, hang on. Is it up on both sides?
Your cheeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My smile doesn't look weird.
No. Did you get more Botox?
No. That's a sign of the stroke is one side droops. This idiot. Fucking shit, man. Okay. Anyways, Jordan's in Texas with his brother Derek. Shout out Derek. He listens to the pod. What up? Hope you're having fun. And I hope you showed him a good time because when he comes back, I'm leaving. No, just kidding.
And those would be all the positive memories he has to hold on to.
This is his last positive memory.
She moved into my basement while you were gone.
Literally, Rhea was telling me to move in right next to her crib. She's like, you won't sleep in my crib. You'll sleep next to it, okay?
Yesterday, she says to me just randomly out of the blue, where's Lindsay? I was like, she doesn't live here.
And she said,
why?
She told me I couldn't wear her shoes.
Her heels.
Yeah, or her heels. I was like, you will not find your heels. I will not be high heels on my tippies with your shoes, okay? She's like, you sleep right next to me. Not in my crib.
On the floor.
Gosh.
But you have a room.
Yeah. I was like, can I sleep downstairs? And she's like, no. I was like, okay, cool. Anyways, today it was wild. So I came over because, I don't know, where else would you be besides having 4 kids instead of just 3 and 1 kid? Let's bring all the chaos together. And I expected us to go outside today because it was so nice. So I was like, okay, I prepared to do that, except I forgot my own coat. But luckily you had a coat to give away to me. We were just hanging out in the cul-de-sac and all of a sudden we were taking a walk. And then all of a sudden we were going to a park.
It accelerated so quickly. So we're in a cul-de-sac and it's a kind of a long cul-de-sac. And so the kids, there's one on a bike, one on rollerblades, 2 walking. And then me and Lindsay are walking. And then they're like, can we please go to this, go all the way to the stop sign? I'm like, okay, fine. And so we're walking to the cul-de-sac and then they're like, please, can we go for a walk, please? And so we're like, okay, I don't like walks where some people have wheels.
This is called a walk, not a wheel.
Exactly. So then 2 out of the 4 kids are on, wheels. So they're faster and cruising.
Flying.
And then and then they're like, we're going to the park. And then it just got out of hand real quick. We were frazzled by the time we got to the park. There's a porta potty at the park. Of course, they all had to hit that up right away. They're all about porta potties.
Naya told me that Rhea touched the pea pie.
What?
The pea pie. The little pea cake.
It's
the urinal cake. Yeah.
A pea pie.
It is. It's a pie made of pea. Why does it have to be a cake?
It actually isn't either. It was just like a bunch of white pebbles looking in there.
Oh, well, Naya said that she touched it, and then
that Rhea touched it.
Yeah, that Rhea touched it, and then Rhea was like, "Well, who peed on it, or what type of pee?" And Naya was like, "I don't know, regular pee."
She's She always says that. I'll be with a client and she'll be like, what kind of mom is that?
What kind of pee was that?
Like, what kind of boy is that?
And then she was like, who peed on this? And I was like, a lot of people. Not like a specific culprit. And this isn't a crime. Like, this is where people should be peeing.
She probably had no idea. Like, why would somebody pee on that? So chaos at the park ensues. Everyone's running amok. The kids were having a blast, finding friends, doing the thing, whatever. We're about to leave. And Rhea just gets on her bike and she's got training wheels and she just got a new, bigger bike for her birthday and 14-inch wheels. So she can go quite a bit faster now. So she just hops on her bike and I'm walking next to her and she's like gaining speed. And I'm like, turn. And I have platform slippers on because
we weren't gonna go for a walk.
We were gonna hang out in the cul-de-sac. All of a sudden, we're at a park, like walking a mile.
You're running down a hill.
I'm running downhill in platform wedges. I kick my slippers off. Not wedges, platform slippers. I kick them off and I'm like running. She flies directly into the marsh. Thank God there's no water. It's just all branches and like twigs and tall grass.
Twigs to catch her.
And she flew and then fell over sideways. And then her big rain boots, I couldn't even pick her up. She was like stuck under the bike. And there were so many people out because it was so nice.
Many people.
I was humiliated as I'm standing in the brush with my socks.
That's what that picture of you looks like. You're just like so defeated.
Yeah, so Lindsay decides to take a picture. And she's hysterically laughing. And I'm just like frozen in humiliation. And Rhea's screaming, crying. And like,
I felt like an asshole for laughing, but I just like literally I went to go take a picture of Judah and Kian and I slipped in the mud and then I like went to go clean off my shoes on the snow and I looked back, your shoes are flying off. Rhea's just like booking it, flies off, goes right into the bushes. Me and Judah just looked at each other and just started laughing so hard. And then I like for some reason forgot that you had like flipped your shoes off and you just like came up from out of the hill with just in your socks. And crying Rhea.
And then I feel like half of the people at the park were like trying not to look at me because of the humiliation. The other part were like judging, like you just let your kid bike into the marshland. And what a day to wear platform slippers, I guess is the moral of the story. And honestly, on the way back, it was just like, I felt like my soul got like sucked from my body.
Yeah. Like we both came back and we were like,
just frozen. We couldn't talk, which is rare.
We couldn't function.
Obviously. We just kept like wandering around the kitchen.
We're like, what do we do?
She started like making hot dogs for the kids, and I'm like, I'll make these French fries. The hot dogs are done. French fries take 35 minutes to cook. Do people know that? I don't make them that often. 35 minutes for frozen.
You literally have like a cock.
What?
That's not what I was gonna say. A Costco sized bag.
I right into the microphone looked me in the eye.
It's like,
you literally have a cock.
The windows of your soul. Oh my gosh.
What a burn. What a diss. Just kidding. To people that have, I don't know, is that offensive to people?
Oh my god.
I don't have a her son, again, tonight.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he got possessed.
Literally got possessed in that same bathroom with the Lysol incident. And he just, like, they're brushing their teeth and he just, like, freezes.
Drops to his knees.
And just spits on the floor like he was about to puke. And then, I don't even
Pops
know.
back up and he's like, what up?
It was bizarre.
It's like, oh my gosh. I got possessed too. Somebody wanted me to tell you that you have a cock. A message from the spiritual realm. You, my lady, have a cock.
Is that the only message?
Yeah.
Dang. That's not the message I was hoping for. Honestly.
No. Okay, why are we doing this episode?
Fuck if I know.
To make you laugh.
Hi, everyone.
But
Why are we here again?
yeah, let's do that then.
Let's do that then.
Let's do that then. Okay, this
All right.
episode we are doing a sobriety update.
Sobriety update.
With Britt and Liz. Hey, how are you?
I'm Brittany and
It's Brittany, bitch.
Yes, it's Brittany, bitch.
And it's Lindsey.
I'm gonna Google how long it's been since my last alcoholic beverage.
/ how long it's been since I've been married.
No, it was 2 days after your wedding.
Shut up.
It's true. Just had 2 days.
I keep telling everybody it was my wedding. My wedding also made somebody else stop drinking, so.
Really? Well, there you go.
Since he lost himself in the woods.
A raging party. 159 days.
I've been married 157. It feels like 84 years. No, just kidding. I was thinking the meme. Okay. Love you.
Oh, all right. So yeah, 160 days tomorrow. No booze.
How do you feel?
I feel great. I kind of we just want to do a little update. How long has it been, Lindsey, for you?
Since like January 7th. Because we went on like a really expensive date to Minneapolis and we had a glass of wine. And I was like, I really wanted a glass of wine on this fancy date. Because we had not been on a date since the day after our wedding when you watched Kian. And so I was like, I just want, that was our first date in like 4 months. So I was just like, I really want
over a month.
wine.
That's something to be proud of.
And I feel like that's the only thing that I really miss from alcohol is like a good glass of wine. Like not even like to get drunk, like just one good glass of wine that's like high quality. Like I just miss that. But like I definitely don't miss like getting drunk or like feeling gross the next day. It's been so nice waking up feeling good every day. And if I don't feel good, it's like because I stayed up too late reading.
Like honestly, my sleep, I know I said this on my 100-day like New Year's update, but like I sleep amazingly and my kids had finally started sleeping through the night. I'm going to knock on wood. And it's not every night. It really isn't. That's me knocking on wood just in case. Don't want to jinx it, but actually this whole room is wood, so.
I'll show you wood.
You would. Anyways, like I just sleep amazing. I feel like I have like crazy dreams. I just wake up with a ton of energy and I don't have to set an alarm. I'm lucky. I've never really had to set an alarm because I've always worked later hours anyway. But like I naturally wake up around like 7:15. But sometimes I even get up at like 6:30 naturally and like just wake up right away, energized and like ready to start the day. I don't have like stomach aches or like, and when I was drinking, I guess if there's any new listeners here, I guess.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. I was not like an alcoholic, but I definitely would like to party if there was like people getting together, but like it was not super often, but sometimes I would go too hard when it happened because I wouldn't drink for so long.
Yeah.
So it just was really hard for me to find my limit sometimes, especially when I'd, be excited and having fun. So anyway, I don't miss the disrupted sleep, the messed up stomach. If you went out, you wake up like with,
you get the dads.
Yeah, the day after drinking shits, I would wake up, chug water and then like have debilitating anxiety on like for 2 days.
Anxiety. It's real.
Like destroyed me every single time. I hated it.
Yeah.
So I don't miss any of that. I just feel like I can count on myself now because, like I said, it wasn't like I was a daily drinker by any means, or it was probably like, on the weekends I would have a couple and then go out once every few months. But like, that's maybe even.
Yeah. I feel like I had a revelation. So a big reason why I wanted to do this episode is because Thursday was National Margarita Day. And I had a bunch of my coworkers talking about how they were so excited. And somebody said like, today, I found that out today. And then I knew it was going to be a great day. And I was like, epiphany moment. Like you had to figure out that it was a national like drinking day to have a good day or to like make your day better. Like why do you need that to make your day great? Like you should, like other things should be making your day great.
I mean, you should have better, healthier coping mechanisms. And that's, I realized when I majorly, so I've been like sober curious for like 2 years. And like the whole year before I decided to like go totally sober, alcohol free, whatever you want to call it, that's when I was like, I was kind of evaluating my relationship with alcohol, because I was drinking every day, but only like a seltzer when I was making dinner.
Yeah.
And then maybe one more when we would like be folding laundry in bed or something. And that even wasn't every day, but I'd say most days around 5, I'd have like a craving to have like a seltzer while I was making dinner. And honestly, it just, I mean, it's like people having a glass of wine, whatever. It's almost like your reward for finishing your day.
Yeah.
And then you just get so tired and sluggish. And if you have like one drink, it relaxes you, but I felt like I would not be motivated the rest of the night. Mm-hmm. It's kind of just like a cycle. And then you disrupts your sleep, and then you're groggy the next day. Even one drink can stay in your affect system you for 7 days.
7 days, yeah.
So
I feel like almost drinking like that, like every other day, is even worse than just like binge drinking once in a while, because it's like stays in your system consistently.
Right, you always have that like up and down, like kind of like all the time. So that's kind of when I was like, I really want to break that habit. And I think that's what the biggest problem with people drinking regularly isn't that they even really need a drink. It's just like the ritual that they've started, and their brains and bodies just go on autopilot, because there's triggers of like, oh, I'm cooking dinner, let's crack a drink. Oh, I finished my work day, let's have a beer. Like, it's literally mindless. And then I stopped and I thought, what will I feel like if I have this? Like, why do I want it? It's like, and just changing that thought process really does show you don't always want it. Like, it does sometimes just make you really tired. And
I feel like I've been living my life lately like asking how will I feel, and like also doing things for like 70-year-old me, and like knowing the choices I'm making now will affect me so hard when I'm older. Like, how do I want to be when I'm older? Do I want to be able to like get up and down off the floor easily? Do I want to be at the doctor's constantly? I feel like also working in a clinic setting and seeing people of like an older generation and seeing how their choices definitely like have brought them to like not a great place health wise. I feel like I'm also like just seeing that way more really hits me hard, and I'm like, I need to start making better choices today. So in 70 years or in 50 years, I'll be like doing cartwheels and actually enjoying my retirement versus like spending all this time at the doctor's office because I like couldn't set down a drink or eat a salad or like whatever it is. I just keep thinking about that like way more recently.
Well, and drinking enhances your, like, majorly increases your chances of 7 different types of cancer.
Yeah.
And there's this, like, oncology doctor that I follow on TikTok, and she says that there's only 2 100% indicators of high, like, cancer correlation, and it is alcohol and lunch meat, actually, like, processed meats. I'm sure, like, tobacco, too. But she literally always talks about alcohol and processed meats are like directly linked to so many cancers. So I've been like really, really cutting back on our like deli meats that we usually keep stocked. I mean, having them sometimes isn't the end of the world, but I think that with alcohol too, I don't plan on being like sober my whole life or alcohol free. Yeah. I like to say alcohol free because it is freeing. It doesn't feel like I'm missing out on something. Sober sounds like you're depriving yourself of something. Yeah. Alcohol free feels like you don't need that in your life, you know, unless you choose to put it in your life. So there's something called like a damp lifestyle. And if you don't have a problem with alcohol, if you don't have a difficult relationship with alcohol, you can possibly do a damp lifestyle, you know, where you're just sparingly having drinks here and there. It's just not like a regular occurrence. But I don't want to get cancer. I mean, it's so common. And like colon cancer especially has been majorly on the rise. And you and your husband should probably get checked, actually, because they said that it's increasing, especially male. They say that the new colonoscopy age should be 35 because males are having an increased risk of colon cancer. Oh, that's crazy. Well, I'm 33, so I mean, still think about getting even saying in the 20s. Yeah, I've heard, and I think that was one of the other things is like the processed foods is really whatever. That's a different topic for another time. Next season, I want to have a discussion with my sister-in-law. She'll be on the show hopefully about like women's health and diet, and so she's a health and fitness coach. So that's a different time. Tonight it's about like alcohol-free journey. So
I feel like going alcohol free can like affect you in so many different ways, because I feel like you went alcohol free and then you started like getting your fitness in a better check. Like it just dominoed into like making every part of your life better, versus just like it started with that and now it's just like affected in a good way your entire life.
It's true. And like, I think like the drinking, it just affects your cortisol levels. And I have kind of a mildly stressful life sometimes. I don't think it is, but I'm sure from the outside looking at it, and probably from my own body, it is. But
I feel stressed.
I know.
I'm a little baby though. I'm a little only baby child.
She submits herself to it, you know.
I married into this.
Well, she chooses to be here every weekend, so it's not like it's too rough around here.
I literally chose to be here, and I was excited that I didn't have to ask my husband if I could be here.
Oh, yeah. So the cortisol levels, and like I feel like once I stopped drinking, even though I was working out a ton and watching what I was eating, like say I would have like, you know, a couple whiskey diets or whatever with Jesse on the weekends, and then I want to have pizza and nachos, and it's like you can really derail all the progress that you made, even though I was only drinking on the weekend and not even like crazy over drinking. I mean, I have 2 drinks and I'm like, all right, nacho time. Like, so it's like, even not that you can't have nachos. I even have those on my meal plan right now, but like you derail all the progress you made in the week by just going ham all weekend.
When you say like, oh, I just do it on the weekend. Well, those are 2 days. How many, like you have a lot of calories in drinks, and then you're adding snacks on top of it. That's a calorie dense meal, and you're doing that twice in a week. Like that's going to add up, and you're not going to get anywhere in your like health and fitness journey. Your
body's so busy removing like the toxins from the alcohol, it can't work on anything else. Yeah. And then by the time you almost get to like baseline again, oh, it's Friday night again. Yeah. Like even if you do that like Monday through Thursday, your body doesn't get to the point where it's out. And so I was really, I mean, there's so many reasons I decided to go alcohol free, but like or like have a damp lifestyle probably eventually. Yeah. I just had a lot of things I wanted to improve, and I've lost 25 pounds, but that's mainly been diet, exercise, and I mean, I'm sure not drinking. Yeah. All that together. I wanted to be a more present mom and not like distracted mom. I'm not a tired mom from not getting good sleep. Also, do you ever notice like there's so many things that just seem more fun if you have a drink? Like there's, I feel like even thinking about going to like the jack-o'-lantern thing at the mall, at the Minnesota Zoo, they have like a jack-o'-lantern festival. And I just think about this all the time, how I just like was like, oh, it sucks that we're like, you know, not drinking here. It would be so fun to have like a little apple cider and like whiskey or whatever. People like having something like that to sip on. And it's like, why do I need like the alcohol in there? I can just have the apple cider. I
feel like it's a numbing situation that I feel like when you cut alcohol out, you're just like, you really have to ask yourself, why am I here? And like, you really have to ask yourself, who do I want to hang out with? Who do I want to be around? What activities do I actually want to go to?
I was telling this to you the other day. It's not like manufacturing happiness. You're not like pretending things are fun. You're like, you make things fun by drinking. That if you take away the alcohol, is that still fun? If you need to drink to have fun there, it probably isn't that fun. Yeah. So you really have to like, it puts you in these situations where you're like, what do I enjoy? Like, how do I want to spend my time? What like brings real joy? And actually watching Kian and Rhea in the bathroom tonight, it kind of made me see like how silly and goofy and laughing and how much like joy they had. And it was so funny. We were laughing so much. I was like, like as we call them, like tiny drunk adults, it like popped into my head. Like they are acting like that, but they're obviously sober, they're babies, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it just was like, wow, that's just pure joy and happiness. And you don't need a drug, which alcohol is a drug, you know, to fake that for you, and that you're capable of finding joy and finding things that truly give you joy instead of just making you pretend that things are that you're having fun and that you like those people you're with. Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing, is it makes you really feel out who's providing you a recharge versus like draining you. Is the way I want to say it, I think. Yeah, I think it's been good. I just feel like work made me get on this like fitness journey. I've only been on it for 3 days. I've been going like off and on for a very long time, but I feel like I finally just been like, no. And every time I want to like make a choice, I'm always like, will it make me feel? And then like I was just thinking about older me.
Mm-hmm.
But
you got to look out for older you because they are you, and the choices that you make today affect them and affect everyone around you. And I don't want my kids to remember. I don't even know if they ever knew I was drinking. They never saw me drunk. I don't know. I just didn't want them to like, I didn't want to normalize it for them. And so I guess another thing of here's my like childhood coming out again. My family never drank. Nobody in my family that I was around ever had any alcohol at all. And so I didn't drink until I was almost 20, and I still got in trouble. But I was like so afraid. Like, so I'd go to like a sleepover, and one time I was at a girl's house and their parents were just like having a beer at the counter, and I had a panic attack. I got so scared. I was like, what's going to happen? What's that going to do to them? And I like, my mom had to come and get me and bring me home because I was like so scared of alcohol, of like the horror stories I've heard of what it turns people into, that I was, I can't be around it. And I just panicked. And so I think then when I got out into the world, I was like, no, it's not bad. It's normal. Everyone does it. It's fun. Well, I get to do it now. So I'm going to go and all in. And I just never learned moderation. I never learned like responsible drinking. And when you're like only exposed to drinking ever and like partying in college, I think it does give you like a disordered drinking, you know, your thoughts around it are like, I don't know. Most people grow out of that. And I don't, like I said, it was like, sometimes it's just fun to like get rowdy, I guess.
Obviously we can get rowdy without alcohol. Reference the first half of this episode.
Exactly. And that's like, it's so true. Like it's true, authentic, like, fun.
I laughed so hard I peed myself.
She did. And it's just like, it's so hard to find people that make you, you know, have fun like at that level. But then you realize like, who are your people? Who are you like hanging around? Who is bringing you up and who is just like bringing you down? And I don't know, somebody posted this on Instagram the other day. It was like, if you hang out with 5 smokers, you'll be the 6th. If you hang out with 5 drinkers, you'll be the 6th. If you hang out with 5 gym buffs, you'll be the, you know, it's just like about who your tribe is, who your people are. It really truly affects. They say, show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you're also a big reason why I'm motivated to get sober and healthy.
Oh, damn. It's a lot of pressure on me. Just kidding. Actually, I just
feel like it's easier because like I have a buddy. Like, you want to go sober? Let's try it. You want to eat healthy? Let's try it.
I know. And when you're like, people that you're like closest with are, you know, have similar eating and drinking habits to you. Obviously, you're going to shoot. Like tonight, we literally, instead of getting pizza, she brought over salmon. We had salmon and rice and salad. And I was like,
so good.
It was really good. And just like swapping out healthier options. I mean, not that I, you know, won't have a pizza now and then. We did that last weekend.
I feel like you blew my mind when you're like, I have just been like making chicken and rice, and then I feed my kids whatever they want. And I'm like, you can feed your kids a different meal than what you eat. And it was just like a mind-blowing turning point.
Well, okay, truly that is the hugest, the biggest shift for my health journey. Jesse's now kind of on it. We're going on our trip in a couple days. And I was so tired. I was so frustrated of planning all these healthy meals for our whole family. And then everybody's pouting and complaining and not wanting to eat it. And Jesse even was like, kind of like, oh, I would rather have this. I'd rather have this. And finally I was like, fine. Okay. If you want to eat healthier, yeah, of course, a juicy cheeseburger and French fries would be delicious. But guess what? This like buffalo chicken stuffed pepper is what he was like not wanting.
That sounds fucking good.
Yeah. He was like, we don't like stuffed peppers. And I was like, that's fine. I'm going to make my own food and you guys can have whatever. I don't care. I'm done because I'm prioritizing my food and my health journey. I am not sabotaging myself anymore, trying to please everybody else in this house with the food. So you guys eat separate than me. And now Jesse is eating what I'm eating. And also the kids, as rubbed off on the kids. They're eating what I'm eating. Judah just didn't want his hot dog tonight because he's like, these aren't healthy. And what did he say? What has sugar in it? Milk or water? What should I choose? And like things like that, they just know. He said to me this week, I wish I was on a meal plan. And I don't talk about diet. I don't talk about weight loss. I don't talk about anything like that with my kids. They know I'm on a meal plan and I'm walking on the treadmill to keep my heart healthy, to keep my body healthy. to feed myself good food, and it is rubbing off on them. Even though they still like their candy, they're still overall being way more conscientious of healthier choices.
Yeah.
So it does affect everybody. And Jesse's drinking less, much less. So I feel proud of myself because I know I can do hard things. And I know that I'm strong and I have a lot of willpower. And if it like rubs off on other people, I can like just keep doing it because I want to be a good role model.
Hear your voice in my head. I probably should cut this out. But you're like, just hate when people don't have strong minds. And I'm like, I don't want to be a person she hates. So my willpower's there because I have a strong mind and I'm not a little bitch.
It's like, oh my gosh, there's that guy from what is it, 600-Pound Life?
Yeah,
that guy who has like that really thick accent. There's a fridge magnet that says you could have easily lost 30 pounds this month. And that's like what I think of a lot. When I don't have that magnet. I wish I did. But that's my inner voice. And your inner voice is me saying something and that's so funny.
I hate when people don't have strong minds.
And you know what? I know not everybody has a strong mind. If you need medication for that.
Yeah, I think we're talking to the
I don't want people to feel bad if you're feeling mentally fragile. We all
went through it. Like
yes.
I feel like I definitely, especially if you're like postpartum, rip the grieving of knowing that your old body is gone forever. Bye. I'm talking to the people that just aren't starting. And like, all you have to do is start. All you have to do is do it.
Mm-hmm. One day at a time.
Be
and eventually,
consistent, yeah.
I guess one thing I always think too is like I don't know how this like, I guess, your health and nutrition and alcohol go together, but it's just like kind of funny that we're talking about this, but it's true. It's really what we're going on. It's what's happening right now.
I love that for you.
For both of us. But what was I about to say? My leg just like majorly cramped up. So, okay. Oh, about like, I wish we could just rewind it and think about what we just were talking about.
I literally can't.
That's so helpful, honestly. I'm going to readjust here a little bit because I'm just getting a thigh cramp. Because today I like put my body through the ringer of a lot of exercise that I didn't want to do that happened.
I felt like I was doing the 75 hard. I worked out and then I worked out again outside for 45 minutes.
Yeah, my whole like right leg and right butt cheek and right foot are like, they're struggle busting right now. Oh shit, Sawyer's here.
Don't look at him.
That's my dog and he's trying to get in here again.
Look away.
Oh, he's cute, but he's just like crazy.
There you go.
Oh yeah, just starting one day at a time. That's where we were. Oh yes. I did it. I came back to it myself. Something I think about all the time is that the time is going to pass anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The time is going. Your days are going through. You might as well just start, because in 3 months from now, do you want to feel like, damn, I like worked my butt off and I feel really good about myself, or I'm still in the same place I was 3 months ago. And this is not just about weight or anything like that. It's about
like everything.
This is just about like your internal health and your motivation and feeling proud of where you are. Like where you are in life.
Yeah.
And feeling like you're taking care of yourself, because that's the last thing as moms, that the last person to get taken care of is you. Mm-hmm. So to know that you got your back and that you can prioritize if you want to go to the gym, if you want to have your time, even just like rest time, you have to take those times so that you don't revert to just like drinking. Because that is why I started drinking a bunch. Like when I was having like a drink or two a night, most nights, I was overwhelmed, and it was the only thing that made me feel like I could get out of my head. Like I wasn't a mom. Like I wasn't just trapped in the four walls of this house. Mm-hmm. Like I was having fun. It was like my escape, because I can't leave ever. Like, I literally can't.
Yeah.
I don't go out. So it was like, I'm going to have fun here then, I guess. I'm still, this was my getaway. I deserve it. And then I realized that there's so many other things you can do that are much healthier. And also there's so many lazy ways that don't benefit you in the long run. Like, I feel bad even saying that. Like, I just want like tobacco, alcohol, vaping.
I feel like there's a lot of vices to check you out of this world.
Which you sometimes they serve you. And sometimes you literally need it, because you are really, really struggling. But that's another thing is like, if you are using things like alcohol to like self-medicate and to like tap out, that's when you know there's like something
Gotta
that
dig deeper.
Yes, this is when you got to reassess your relationship with alcohol, because it's different if you're using it to socialize and have fun. But when you start using it to dissociate and disconnect from people and yourself, that's when you know it's a slippery slope and it's a progressive disease. And if you don't check yourself, next thing you know, things get worse and
just keeps going downhill. So I just feel like it just takes a little baby steps at a time. And I feel like from November to now, like I feel like our lives are just like falling into place, and all we did was just take baby steps towards building a life and like having this great thing being, I want to say built again, but like it just,
we've been working towards and having like a common goal that we're working on together, but like kind of separately on our own. And there's so many moving parts, like having something like this, when you have a job, you have a husband, you have a house, you have kids, there's like the fact that we're even doing this is kind of a miracle. And
I also feel like wedding planning trained me, because I would like the last 2 months before my wedding, I would literally come home from work, get Keenan down, and then put in like 2 to 3 hours of like wedding planning. And then I kept doing that. And then so I was like, what do I do with my life now?
Yeah.
I feel
now you have like free time, but really like you always had the time. You just were filling it with wedding stuff.
Like filling it with fucking Netflix.
Well, she got a new job, and then my life has changed drastically in like 1 week. Literally, I really feel like all my dreams are coming true. And I know it sounds dramatic. I really, truly feel like that. So
yeah,
after we get back from our trip, and we have our nanny starting, and she just seems like the perfect exact person I was looking for, which is amazing. We found her a week ago. And then somebody reached out on the Minnesota homeschoolers page to me, and she also has 3 children, almost identical ages to mine, that she was wondering if she would want if we would want to trade off kids, like take turns watching each other's kids. And so I'm literally going to have every other week on Mondays, and then half days Tuesdays, and a full day Thursday to work on my podcast, to get stuff done around the house. Like I am going to be so productive. And the biggest reason I wanted this is because I have not been present enough with my kids. I'm spread too thin. And instead of dissociating with alcohol, now I feel like I'm using my phone a lot as a distraction to get out of my head. Like I'm so busy, like with school, teaching them, working. I've been working more. Anyway, this is a long story, but I just feel like a week ago right now, or maybe 10 days ago right now, I was like, I'm spread so thin. I'm working crazy hours. I'm stressed. Jesse's working crazy hours. I'm not working crazy. I'm like just like in my home. I'm also working 4 days, 3 days.
I feel like you are working crazy hours because you're on 24/7, and then you're working above that by like working like what your job is.
Yeah, my
like
actual job. And then the house. And I just was like, had like a little like freak out, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And I am not somebody who like lacks clarity often, and I don't like it at all. I do not like it. So I posted on this Minnesota homeschoolers page. I was, somebody told me to do the Minnesota nanny, whatever. Long story longer. I had my wildest dreams met, that I get a trade with somebody that's free. And I found an amazing nanny for the days. Like I don't even mind paying, of course, because that just allows me so much more freedom. Like I just feel like I'm on the verge of like, just like having everything I needed and wanted.
Fall into place. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like lately I just have no room in my life for people that are playing the woe is me violin, the tiny violin. I'm just like, if you hate your life, do something different. Go break that cycle. If you hate how you look, then go do something about it. Technically, you don't even have to work out. Just change your diet.
Yeah. I found out that diet is 80%
of it.
And I was killing myself at the gym, but they say you can't outwork a bad diet. And I didn't even have a bad diet, but it wasn't the right diet. So like yesterday, I just didn't eat much. I was up 2 pounds. Like that's literally what my body does. I wasn't eating enough and my body was like holding on. And so here I still get into that trap that, oh, cool, I didn't eat very much yesterday. I'm going to weigh less in the morning. And
freaking society.
And
fuck you.
Honestly, and I hate that. Like I've always had a little bit of a disordered eating, I think about it more than I should.
Yeah, and I feel like it's ingrained. Like we grew up in the generation where it's like nothing tastes as good as skinny feels.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes I get that in my head too. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. No. I think if you're doing it solely just to look snatched, you're not going to last. Like you gotta find other reasons.
It's
and
not
a bigger reason why.
And literally, I just was like, I don't recognize myself. This isn't what my body is normally like. I don't feel energetic. I don't feel good. I don't feel like myself. And that, I don't care. I don't even want to be skinny. I'd like to start lifting weights and getting stronger, but I just, one thing at a time. But I remember the very first time I felt that. I was probably Naya's age, which actually breaks my heart when I think about it. So probably 6 or 7. And I was watching Aladdin, and Aladdin picked up Jasmine and swung her around, and his hands fit around her whole waist. And I was like, oh, and I like put my own hands on my waist, and I was like, they don't go around it.
Damn it, I have organs and lungs.
Exactly. But you realize those like subliminal messages that they show, and you don't even, I wouldn't, as an adult, I don't think I'd even I wouldn't even pop into my head. And it's sad.
I feel like it hit me hard my freshman year because everybody was like talking about the freshman 15. And that's when I started Herbalife and everything went downhill.
Oh, Herbalife was what?
Because like looking back on my college years now, I'm like, why the fuck did I ever think I was fat?
Oh, yeah. I wish that I was as fat as I was when I thought I was, or what I saw something that said
I wish I will. Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when I wish I was as fat as I was when I thought I was
fat,
or as skinny as I was when I thought I was fat or something.
Yeah.
Like you look back at pictures and you're like, are you kidding me? It's so dumb.
Yeah.
But I honestly feel like I have so much more appreciation of my body now, especially after my weight's fluctuated a lot since having kids, of course. So the last 7 years have been a lot of back and forth. And I look at sometimes I see, a picture of me or whatever, and I just look really skinny, but I'm not like, oh, that's the goal. I'm just like, oh, I was really thin then. And
I feel like you relate back to how you were feeling.
Oh yeah.
I was very unhappy. Yeah. And it's yeah, you gotta be happy. I feel like choosing a healthier lifestyle is not about how skinny you can get. It's about how good you can feel.
Yeah, how much energy you have to play with your kids. Can you go on a hike with your friends?
I'm doing a 14-day cleanse from Fit Fab Fun Fit in. I don't know. This lady on TikTok that yells at you. But she was selling a meal plan for $6 and I was like, deal, that sounds legit. Let's go. I just want somebody to tell me what to eat. And her meal plan is crazy, good. I literally had French toast this morning and I've been following it to a T. It's just low sodium, no alcohol, everything that makes sense that you would do. But it just gives me meal ideas. And I'm on day 4 and I've lost 5 pounds and I don't even care about that. I feel like I could kick ass all day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I love my
even
meals
at 3 o'clock, I'm like, whoa.
Good.
I could still go for a run right now.
Yeah, I feel
it's wild.
That. And I feel like I'm so happy with the meal plans that Jesse's sister gave me, Kayla, because I just like all the food. She built it off of the foods I like to eat a lot, and it just made it so much more sustainable because I'm I just didn't know when to have carbs or when to have extra carbs, when to have extra protein, whatever. There's too much information. But I also heard that today, these days, the anti-aging is going to be the skinny of our generation. People obsessed with anti-aging is a trend that we'll look back on and be like, oh, remember back in the 2000s when everybody had to be a size 00? It's just, there's always going to be some unattainable beauty standard that commercialism wants us to chase after.
So we spend all their money.
Yes, exactly.
Well, they got me on the anti-aging.
Well, same, but what are you
gonna
do?
Botox.
I haven't gotten Botox, but I used to, but I haven't in almost a year. I want.
And she's sad.
Yeah, because costs 250 to 350 every single time. And it just, my body metabolizes it so fast. Like once it was gone in 3 weeks, which he redid it for me. But like, I'm not kidding. 3 weeks, I had full movement again. And so I don't know what it is.
I still am like frozen.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's what you want. I mean, and then you're supposed to let it wear off and then get it again. Anyway, circling back. All right. Well,
I feel like we already had a mom moment.
it was unstructured. So
We are unstructured, unhinged.
we do have a new sign off though. I saw it on Love is Blind.
Well, I don't
if
have
anybody's
it.
watching it. We're going to say it together.
Love is patient.
Love is kind. Yeah, we're just going to quote
The Bible.
Corinthians. All right. It's kind of similar to our old one we were trying to make work, but
Every day. Every time it was like,
we're like, what are we saying?
Bye. That's what it sounded like to
I
me.
actually told that to Jesse today. I was like, bye. I was like, what am I?
Sorry, my podcaster personality
podcast
came
popped
out.
All right, this is actually ironically, they were taking a shot to this cheers. In Love is Blind. So this is like them cheersing a shot of tequila. But
We can cheers to a shot of happiness.
There you go. A shot at life, if you will. All right, we're not above ya.
We're not below ya.
We're here right beside ya. Bye.
Bye. Precious, yeah. Oh, I'm still recording.
Ta-da!